With all the Huel Black flavors out there, which one is the best and which one is the worst? In this video, I'm going to give you my full Huel Black flavor ranking.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Starting it off at number 8, I'm going to do this in reverse order, is salted caramel. I'm not going to lie, all these flavors on this list I do like, except this one. Just personally, the salted caramel is the only flavor that I personally really disliked and I would not want to have again. However, everyone has a different perspective. Of course, this is all my personal opinion. One of my friends tried the salted caramel flavor and loved it. It was one of her favorite flavors. In addition, I also got a comment on one of my videos saying, Mark, I'm not gonna lie, I know you said you hated the salted caramel flavor. It was actually one of my favorite flavors. Obviously, this depends person to person, but I'm not gonna lie, just the salted caramel flavor, not a fan of whatsoever. Number 7, vanilla. Vanilla isn't necessarily a bad flavor, but just kind of like bland. I don't know how else to describe that. Again, it's not bad, but when I picture vanilla as like a general flavor, I almost felt like the Huel Black form of that was just very like lackluster, if that makes sense. Number 6, strawberry shortcake. This one had a good flavor to it. I did like it. However, I'm not gonna lie, no offense to Huel, it was, for me, the most anticlimactic. Strawberry is one of my favorite flavors. So I remember being like, oh man, if they're making a strawberry, Huel Black flavor, this is gonna be great. And I know they went down the strawberry shortcake route. It's a good flavor, but it tastes, the best way I can describe it is almost like a sugar-free-ish strawberry shortcake flavor. So it's more of the mitigated or a mild form of it. It's a good flavor, but I was kind of hoping for a lot more flavor. But also it depends on what you want. Number 5, peanut butter. Now from peanut butter going up, I feel like these are the ones I would 100% purchase again. Peanut butter had a great flavor to it. It's not too peanut buttery. I've noticed that for some of these flavors, you get the full-on flavor very intensely. Other ones are a bit more mild, like I said. So like strawberry shortcake wasn't an aggressive strawberry shortcake flavor. I'd say the same thing about the peanut butter flavor. It wasn't super peanut buttery. It's almost like the LaCroix of flavor, where you're getting the flavor, but it's not the full-on flavor. It's a lot more mild in comparison to other protein powders or other supplements that I've had. Number 4, coffee caramel. Now you're gonna notice some asterisks on this one. I'll get to that in a second, because this one has a unique stipulation behind it. Overall, this is one of my favorite flavors. Such a great flavor. I love the taste and the combination of the caramel-ish taste with the coffee taste. And it's also not too sweet. Sometimes I've gotten like a caramel coffee flavor for other supplements, and it's overpoweringly sweet, which I'm really not a fan of. But this one has the perfect balance of being a great taste without being too sweet. However, this one is very unique on this entire list because it's the only flavor that also has caffeine. One serving has 80 milligrams of caffeine, which is roughly equal to one shot of espresso. And for me, the way I personally have Huel, I usually have it post-workout. I have it pretty much, I think, every single time for post-workout for the past couple years. And in addition, a lot when I'm traveling. And sometimes the last thing I want when I'm having Huel, let's say I have it 2 or 3 times in a day, is to also be giving myself a ton of caffeine. So for me personally, this flavor, I don't think I'd ever buy again, just because I'd much rather have Huel in one form, and then have caffeine, coffee, and energy drink, however I want to have caffeine in another form. I would like to keep them separate because it's just easier to balance that out. However though, this might be great for your schedule if let's say you only have Huel in the morning, which a lot of people do. Let's say you only have Huel for a lunch, for example, let's say at work. Well, the coffee caramel flavor is a great way because, especially in the morning, as opposed to having to make coffee and make Huel, right, it's super easy. You can have the best of both worlds by having one serving, you get your caffeine in there, you get your nutrients in, you're good to go. Number 3, cinnamon roll. Now getting to the top 3, this one was awesome. I loved it because when it comes to the cinnamon roll taste, like I said earlier, I don't like really sugary tastes, and I was a bit worried it's gonna be that very overpowering cinnamon roll taste. I mean, as we all know, cinnamon rolls as well, in terms of the smell, is a very intense smell. Like you can smell it a mile away. So for this one, I was like, I wasn't sure how I was gonna go. I love this flavor. I can also see this flavor being a really good way to kind of fix your sugar craving if you do happen to have one in terms of the placebo effect, because when I would have it in a unique way, because it tastes so accurate to cinnamon rolls, but it's not super, super sweet, it kind of made me feel like I was having candy, but of course, I'm just having Huel. Number 2, chocolate. Sometimes the most simple are the best. I love the chocolate flavor, super rich chocolatey flavor, not too overpowering, but a good amount of that chocolate flavor without being too sweet. It was one of the first Huel flavors, period. I mean, if you think of a lot of protein powders, I think chocolate probably is the most popular flavor across the board for not just protein powders, but different types of supplements. It's a very, very common flavor. When it comes to Huel Black, the classic chocolate flavor goes a long way. And number 1, banana. I feel like bananas here and all the other flavors are like here going down. There's something about the banana flavor, and I actually don't know what it is, that really sets it apart, that when I'd have the other flavors, I'd be like, oh, these taste good. But I've mentioned before in other videos, I treat Huel kind of like a big shot, where, I put it in my blender cup, shake it up, drink it, go about my day. I don't really think of it. So when it comes to, like, say, chocolate versus even salted caramel, the way I consume Huel is about the same. I feel like when it comes to the banana flavor, though, I actually look forward to having it, not just because of it being Huel, but because of the flavor. I genuinely love the banana flavor. I've had other supplements that the banana flavor tastes a bit Laffy Taffy-ish, if that makes sense, like that kind of synthetic, artificial banana flavor. But when it comes to this banana flavor for Huel Black, it has that rich banana, almost banana smoothie-ish style taste. It's my favorite flavor by far,